Hello, welcome to another rendition of Math is Easy, step by step. I'm going over some HiSET type of questions and trying to give some of my best and helpful test taking strategies when you see some of these questions. Hey, if you have a question or if you have a problem you'd like me to see, or if you spot a mistake I make, please contact me. Send me a picture of a problem you would like me to see, and I'll try to create a video step by step on how to solve those particular type of problems. All right, getting right into it. Which line would best fit the data shown in the scatter plot graph? So which line, A, B, C, D, and E, I'll show you in a moment, shows the best fit? That's the key to this question. Which one shows the best fit? That basically, when you're working with scatter plots, you're working with data, and each dot represents the data. So I'm going to get into that in a moment. What's the best fit of the data shown in the scatter plot graphs? A, B, C, D, and E. So hey, let's just check those graphs out. Let's take a look at these graphs. They're right here. A, B, C, and D. And essentially, if you're unfamiliar with scatter plots, basically the data, these are all data. Each little dot is a data mark, right? If you look at the graph on the the x-axis, which is blue, we see a dot here closest to the 5 and 40. 40 on the y-axis, right? So that would represent a type of data, and each one of these data points represents a different set of data values. And so essentially, when you see the data sets spread out further away from the graph line, like you have some data sets out here further away from the graph line, those data sets are not quite strong as we have here in this graph line, right? The data sets that would correlate directly with the statistic, no matter what it is we're talking about, those dots would be right on or near that graphed line. So essentially, I'm just trying to help you understand which graph has the strongest set of data. So the graph where the data is closest graphed to this line, A, B, C, D, and E, is going to be the graph with the most correlated or related data set. So if you look at A, you got some scattered here, some over here kind of close. You look at B, you have a couple of them close. The data's close to this, say, average line, and the rest are kind of scattered away. Here in C, you've got them very close to that graphed average line, and then you have one, let's say, outlier there of data. For D, they're kind of scattered. They're not quite really tight to that line, although some are getting closer. And for E, you have a few data sets that are close to the line, but then you got some outliers here. C is going to give you your best representation of your data that fits or correlates closest to whatever your data may be. So that's what you're looking for. You're looking for the graph that's got the tightest number. Even though we have one outlier, you have all the rest that are very, very, very tightly aligned or related to this particular graph line. We'll call it the average. We'll call it the data set. So your answer, which graph shows the plot points closest to the line? When the dots or plot points are closest to the line, your answer is C. So the graph C that you see here has the tightest fit of number data on both sides of that, say, average line. So C for scatter plots would be the strongest correlation. Your answer is C. Thank you for joining me. Whoa, it's getting a little shaky in here. Math is easy. Take it step by step, baby. Thank you for joining me once again. If I've helped you, please help me bring more videos to you.